Today on Suncoast View, a Florida scholarship wants to help victims of bullying, but some school officials are concerned it'll be used for the wrong reasons. We'll discuss.
Summer on the Suncoast is all about staying cool and looking cool while you're doing it. Our beauty expert has makeup ideas to transform your summer look.
And there's a familiar voice in our studio. We will look back at the interview with the GPS girl. All that and more right now on Suncoast View. Welcome to the show. Happy Friday. Oh, we're dancing. It's a good way to sail into the weekend. Welcome back to Les and Pam McCurdy. We love having you both here.
Thanks
It's always nice.
Yes. And you both are looking so styling. I love it.
Yeah, we were just talking about how do we both feel about Pam's top. Me and Joey both said this is
Jane Fonda.
This is exactly the top that a woman walks in and you go, she has nothing on underneath it and it's coming off pretty soon. Right? Am I nuts?
You can only hope.
That's not what I thought.
That's not what Linda thought.
I thought you looked like Jane Fonda.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well,
Jane
listen,
Fonda doesn't wear underwear. Everybody knows
How
that.
do you know that?
I know things, Linda.
and
I know Jane.
we won't hear all of those things because we are still here daytime, but there's some great stuff happening. You all are celebrating your anniversary.
30 years in business
McCurdy's.
and still married.
For the comedy theater. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I know, people are looking and going, how could that be? Because they look 38, 39, and of course, we're in our 40s. We're well into our 40s.
Well, this has been a wild ride, hasn't it?
It has been quite a wild ride.
Yes.
Lots of stories to share, a lot of comics that we've met along the road, and
the first
different locations.
Yes, well, we're actually going to talk a little bit more about that coming up, and we're going to be celebrating with you throughout the month, but you've also brought your headliner this weekend. So
Robert Kelly. You won't see a funnier show, I guarantee.
Good.
We're excited to have him
Awesome.
back. He was a big favorite last year, and we'll be meeting him a little later on. But first, we want to say hello to a familiar face in the kitchen. Welcome back to Chef Allison from Peak Performance Catering. What are we making
Thank
today?
you. We are making no-bake energy bites. So these are little granola bars or bites, however you want to do them, that we feed our athletes to give them a little jolt of omega-3s and antioxidants when they're competing and racing here.
Yes, because a big part of your catering business is, you also serve the athletes who are here on the Suncoast training. So when you say try something, I feel like it is good for us.
Yeah.
If it's good enough for the athletes, then hopefully it'll do the same for us.
Absolutely.
And this is great as we're going into summer, a little no-bake energy bites. Good for the kids, good for the whole family.
Quick, easy, make ahead, take with you on the go. If you need something, healthy and a little sweet, it's the perfect solution.
How great. Linda, we can toss them in your purse and when we go out and
Toss
about.
them over here now.
Okay.
Robert can use them on the campground.
There you
it's
go.
all easy.
Oh, yeah.
No
Well,
baking.
we can't wait to join you a little later on. All right,
Thank you.
Les and Pam, I do have to say, I did go back through some of our archives to see, as we're celebrating your 30th anniversary.
Very interesting.
And I found some old
Whoa.
headshots.
Look at that. Look at this crazy crap.
Here's Les and Ken's sons.
Yeah, that's right.
This was their headshot.
Yeah. This was our first promo picture when we were a comedy team. We thought it'd be eye-catching. And it's like, they thought we were a trio. They thought there was three of us. They go, where's the other guy with the camera? Kind of a thing. Look at that. Holy
I noticed that
mackerel.
you both are hiding behind the cameraman, giving just a little
Well,
tease there.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that we could have done a gay pride event and completely.
Jungle Boys.
I think we could have completely sold it out. Completely at that point of our lives.
I hope that wasn't poison ivy on that bush.
What's that?
Well, it
Linda,
wasn't-
I'm not saying a word.
It wasn't just that picture. The headshots carried on. We found also.
Oh my God.
That's
Well,
my
there we-
favorite.
Yeah.
This is like one of those
There we go.
glamour shots.
All right, that's it.
Olin Mills.
Once again, just proving.
Ken's on top.
Well, that's right. That's right.
It reminds me of those pictures where you have your own silhouette also in the pictures.
Well,
Right.
it's like how in the world could these guys even claim to be heterosexual? I mean, how in the world could that even happen? But we had girls around.
just
You know why
love-
that happened? Let me tell you why that happened. We had one of our family had a free coupon for one free shot at Olin Mills. At Olin Mills.
remember those
Olin Mills. You know, where you get a family picture. And we had no money. So we went over, and of course they Olin Mills'd it. And
Olin Mills
they did. And we didn't have the wherewithal. We didn't have the savvy to go, we gotta un-Olin this. You know, we gotta do
So you
something.
can use it for multiple reasons.
Right.
So we
I
used
love
it for a little while.
You looked like Brad Pitt in that.
I look like Brad Pitt
You
in that?
did.
What are you doing later? Brad Pitt.
And I believe the pictures continue.
I look like Brad Pitt that's
Oh, there
scared.
you
There
go.
we go. So you must have had a little bit more money because now you got to
Yeah.
take
Yeah,
You're
one that looks a
separating
little more.
little bit.
Yeah, well,
like-
after those last two shots, you figure it out. You start to go. You can't make the same mistake 3 times. I mean, we did it twice. You know, what the hell?
Oh, well, a lot of great stories, a lot of great history,
Yeah.
and we're going to learn more throughout the month because we're celebrating with you all month. I know you have a big celebration
We
coming
do
Yes.
on the 20th.
Yes.
Which actually, I was talking to the Sarasota Herald Tribune, Wade over there, and about doing an interview, and he goes, "Well, when's your anniversary party?" And I went, "I'll get back to you." and so I called Pam. I said, "It looks like we got to have an anniversary party. You know, it looks to really make it look like we're having an anniversary. It looks like we should probably have an anniversary party." So we picked Wednesday the 20th, and it's an invitation thing. You'll be invited.
Thank
I
you
hope
very
can make
much.
it.
Thank you.
You know,
Another
I'll-
great comic will be there that
That's
night.
great.
Dale
a lot of
Jones.
comics will
Yeah,
be
a
there.
lot of comics.
You have a great roster this entire month, so I know even if the public can't come to the one night anniversary, they
Oh,
can
yeah.
still celebrate by seeing all of the great comedy acts.
Oh, it's
you
a
have.
good variety, and Kelly's kicking it off, and
Yes.
man, we couldn't be happier.
We can't wait to meet him a little later on, but
Yeah.
first, we're going to dive into some hot topics.
All right.
Time for our first hot topic, and a Florida scholarship has some worried that it will be used for all the wrong reasons. Public school students who are bullied will now be eligible for the HOPE scholarship program. This will allow them to switch to a private school, helping them get a fresh start and hopefully away from the bullying. 7,000 students are expected to use it in the first year alone. That's in Florida, which is leaving some school officials feeling a little skeptical. How can we tell if someone is really being bullied or if they just want to use this as an opportunity to switch to a better school?
Well, if you're switching all the kids, so none of the bullies get to go. So that's just going to set up that one school's going to have a really good athletic program, and the other one's going to completely suck. Because with no bullies, you
Victim line.
don't have a defensive line. Who's your forward? You know what I mean? I mean,
There's nothing written in the language that says that they have to actually qualify, you know, was there a bullying incident, what happened, and some of the school officials are saying that they like leaving it a little open that way, but others are concerned that they're just going to use some of those funds
I think to
go
be able
another
to
school.
to do that, to get that scholarship, to prove that you've been bullied, you have to have an emotional support animal. That's what I think.
Absolutely.
You have to have something.
Well, there should be some qualifications.
Seriously,
yes.
if a kid is having a hard time,
We're going to get letters because
Yeah.
I'm making fun of the kids that are being bullied, but it's not good. It's not good.
No, but you know,
shouldn't. No.
seriously though, if a child is being bullied in school and it's preventing them from learning,
Yes.
this is a program that is created to help get them out of it. I think whenever you have a program like this, though, people are concerned, oh, it's going to be abused, so we should
and,
just
and I'm sure
throw
it
it
will
out.
be, because any
Yes.
program will be abused if there's any way to
There's
do
a
it.
loophole.
Yes.
They're on it.
Well,
But do you lose the whole program, or do you, you
No.
know, do you start?
No, of
Look,
course not.
every school knows who the bullies are.
Yeah, maybe send the bullies somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly, bully school. And
Well, that
then
is
they go to the
actually-
NFL.
Let's bring it back
okay?
seriously, though, for a second, because that is actually one of the things that they are talking about is, you know, what if it's just a mutual fight? And is that reason enough to allow students to leave? But even if you're having a fight in school and it's preventing you from getting your work done, you know, allowing one of them to separate, is that a bad thing in itself?
You know, my son was bullied when we moved from Atlanta to Pittsburgh because he had a Southern accent. And his life was miserable because while we were there. And then we moved to Los Angeles and he loved school, so he would have been better changing school. That said, sometimes it's better to stay and see the situation out and learn to handle that because you can learn to fend off bullies. Less would make them laugh all the way.
Had to.
And then poke them
Because-
from behind.
Yeah, you know, that was it. Well, you know, the bullying situation, I mean, you got to go to the bullies and deal with the bullies instead of moving the kids out, you know, into, I mean, that's my situation. I mean, I think with the school shootings and all that kind of stuff, it's like you have kids in every school that are a problem. And trust me, the teachers know who those kids are. They're consistently a problem. Those are the kids that need to be moved over because they need help. You know what I mean? Not trying to move the other people away from it. Doesn't that seem backwards?
That's a really interesting point, Les. Someone did actually comment that the whole idea was up until now we have been treating the bullies. We have been focusing on the bullies and putting the bullies in detention or doing and still leaving the bullied kid there without any action. So this could be the first opportunity to move them to another school.
That's true.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's a mental illness issue. And you need to separate that person, take them into an environment where, it's not toxic. You can have a mental facilitator there to help them realize the pattern and get some help. And
because the bully will get a new victim.
And a lot
Absolutely,
of times,
they will.
And a lot of times it's just poor grooming and fashion decisions. And you come to school that way, and you're a setup. You're a mark.
That's true.
Don't tease your hair. Don't do that. Okay, just don't.
Well, 7,000 kids are expected to use it for the first year, and so I guess we'll
Find out how it's working.
Will certainly
Yeah,
continue. All right. Speaking of kids, the growing number of millennials that are living at home is showing no signs of stopping.
No.
The U.S. I hear the parents at the end of the
Yeah.
table.
Oh, yeah.
The U.S. Census Bureau reports that 38% of millennials, ages 18 to 34, live at home. One major factor keeping them in the nest is student loan debt, which can be upwards of $37,000. According to Forbes,
I would pay that money to get them out. I mean, I think most of us, $37,000, that's a bargain.
well, Forbes says that you pair the cost of living with the fact that average millennial salaries are disproportionately low compared to the national average, and you get more millennials living with mom and dad. What do you think? All right, you are your daughter's still a millennial.
Yep, still
She
home.
qualifies.
And hey, look, you have to learn to make furniture out of cinder blocks. We all did it. Cinder block furniture, a couch that was in front of somebody's house.
Yes.
That's the way you did it, man. Now millennials want to move from, that's what you hear. They want to move from the house they grew up in to a house just like the one they grew up in. They want that
crazy.
lateral movement, and until I can do that, I'll just stay home. I don't know. We've made it too easy.
My dad was very inspiring. I moved home after college, and he charged me. He figured out what all apartments cost, and he charged me that amount. And he figured I should be up 2 hours before work. So first he'd knock on the door, next he'd come in with a whole pitcher of water and just pour it on my head and walk out.
Seriously?
I moved out very quickly.
Wow.
Yeah, that
He's
was
a
good
bully.
plan.
Yes. See, you should have moved.
You qualified for a scholarship. That was insane.
I mean, I'll be the first one to admit that if my family lived here in Florida and they had like an in-law suite, I would have moved. I would have stayed with them until I would have been forced out.
Yeah, well,
I
there
did.
you go.
I went back to live with my dad and stepmother when I went back to school. And my father said, he's like, I can't pay for college. I can't help you pay for college, but I can give you a room and, and a meal.
Here's the thing. When we were young, growing up, here's the thing. You stayed at home. You couldn't smoke. You couldn't drink. You couldn't do drugs. And you couldn't have sex in the house. Just couldn't do it. So you moved out. You moved out, okay? Because that's what you wanted in your life when you're that age. Now it's like, oh, well, what's going on in there? A little orgy? Are y'all having your orgy on Friday?
Hey,
I mean, it's
this
like,
is my private room. Please knock before you enter.
My father's idea was to always just keep the beds in the guest room very uncomfortable, so that you would
Great
not
idea.
stay for
Beds.
You didn't even get a bed.
A pallet. just a piece of
Pool
cardboard
float. A
and
pool float.
All right.
a blanket.
Well, let's moving on.
We're coddling these kids.
Why not celebrate the love of your life with the help of the second love of your life, pizza?
Yay.
Introducing pizza bouquets made by New York
Stop
City
it.
food stylist Jesse
Robert's
Bearden.
gonna love this.
It's made of fresh dough, mozzarella cheese, tomatoes, and pepperoni. They have been giving them away to a select few lucky couples. looking to make their ceremony extra cheesy. All right, the lapel, the boutonniere is what finally did it for us.
Perfect.
All I can say is that I hope that they own that tuxedo, because there's no way they're not going to be charged
That's a little, that grease is
for those
staying.
grease stains.
Well, that
Nice.
white gown with all the pizza on it.
There's a novelty
funny.
wedding. Yes. Well, good luck. Maybe they'll get a second wedding to get real flowers. All right, it's time to check in with our
Maybe some
happy hour
cholesterol
forecast.
medication.
When we come back, we're going to meet this weekend's McCurdy's Comedy Headliner.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your first alert weather update for this happy hour. And a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity continues in the Gulf of Mexico, although it's weakening right now as it pushes toward the coast. We are looking for the possibility of some showers during the later on this evening and overnight as well, but not much going on right now. Most of the action again along the east coast and to the north of us, associated with the sea breeze front, which really is blown up now and pushing off basically to the east. Now we are anticipating a chance for showers again through the evening hours, and then we will see a possibility of scattered showers tomorrow. That rain chance lessening though somewhat, but that low pressure out there in the Gulf is something we have to keep an eye on. That may throw a little bit of a kink in the whole thing there. As far as that goes, some heavy showers now in northeastern portions of Manatee County, northwest, also portions of Hardy County, and just east of Arcadia, but that's moving to the east. The outflow boundary, though, is continuing to move toward us. We'll have more coming up at 5. See you then.
Robert Kelly this week is our headliner at McCurdy's Comedy Theater, kicking off our 30th anniversary. Robert's been on such shows as Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll with Dennis Leary, Louie, Inside Amy Schumer, Crash, and he's got a show he's working on right now. It's just From the Shed. Yes.
Yes. I do a show from my backyard. I literally
Perfect.
That's how old I am.
That's primitive camping from the shed.
I bought a shed and I do a show from it. I literally go outside and when we're done with the show, I go back inside. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at in my career right now.
Sounds hilarious.
Is this a podcast?
No, it's a talk show I do. A 3-camera shoot I do out of,
No.
I swear to God, I bought a shed from Amish Mike. I'm pretty sure
Who sounds like an Italian hitman.
I think he's Amish.
Oh, okay.
But they dropped the shed off. I mean, you can move the shed. When I leave, the shed comes. And we go out to my shed. I Uber people up. I've Ubered like UFC welterweight champion Matt Serra. I mean, legitimate Colin Quinn. I Uber them up and everybody says the same thing. Oh, it's really in a shed.
How do you get 3 cameras shooting a shed?
Oh, iPhones. I use iPhones. I use 3 iPhones because they record in 4K.
Yes.
Can I just, the shed thing and my career, the shows this weekend, congratulate, it's unbelievable in the club, but Les's photos have to be addressed.
Okay.
Listen to me. We cannot brush over the fact that these photos you slowly turned into magicians over the year. Look at you guys should have tigers. What is that? And I feel bad because there's always one that gets chubby. Look, if you go back to the first one, the first one they were both in shape. Look at that. And then go to the last one. Look at his dick chubbier. And they just. It stinks. It stinks. Where's the chubby guy? You guys open your act like that. Oh my God.
All right, wait, I want
What
to
were
give.
you thinking? Did you ever look at that and go, I messed up? I married a magician.
The endorphins. I was overwhelmed with endorphins.
All right, wait, Pam mentioned camping, so I
Yes.
want to talk a little bit about camping. Obviously, you have your show in your sheds,
Yes.
but do you camp with your family?
I just started primitive camp. I'm in a midlife crisis, okay? And I can't afford a Corvette and
There
a
it
comedy
comes
club.
out.
I'm not on morning TV like some people. I can't get the juices flowing. I have a 5-year-old, so that's like having a demon in the house. No more fooling around, because is he sleeping? He's in there. You check them on, he's gone. And then you stop messing around, he's at the foot of the bed. Dad, what are you doing to Mom? And she's like, nothing. He's doing absolutely nothing, honey. Go back to bed.
Does your wife go camping with you?
My wife will, no, listen, my wife I have to trick her into camping. She will not go camping because, it's, you know, she likes bathrooms. I had like,
We like the essential things that you need
no,
to be
no
comfortable.
rocks underneath you when you're sleeping.
Accessorize, accessorize.
It really is a macho thing. Where it's like, I want to go to the woods and I want to go to the bathroom outside, like they did 100 years ago. My wife's like, why?
Yes.
We evolved as humans.
A
Okay.
woman has never said those words.
There's never been a woman that went, I want to go where I have outside by a tree. Where I want to dig my own hole, like my great-great-grandmother did. No. So I had to buy a tent. I had to buy a blow-up tent, a sleeping pad. There had to be a store. There's a bouncy pad.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
No bed.
Yes.
No pad.
It's a pad. It's
Yes,
a big
that's
bed
right,
that folds out.
22-inch
Yeah,
high.
the older you get, the more things I wind up blowing up. I'm in the back, I go, I really, just tell me to shut up. I'm gonna die with all the, I'm in the backyard all day with a limbo blow up, a bouncy house, a tent that blows up, a bed that blows up.
I hope the wind doesn't blow. Everything's leaving.
My
Sharp
face is
twig.
red. So we have this tent. We finally got to go camping. But we had to go to Burlington, Vermont in a fancy hotel for 3 days. And on the way back, we're stopping at a KOA with the kid and the wife, and we're going to go camping. I had to buy the fanciest tent. I'm cooking. She does nothing. I had to do all this
Better
stuff.
and better.
There's a shower. There's a bed. There's an old lady with a store. There's magazines. There's a bench. Why don't you just stay home? She just went home.
You need a shed.
She just went to the shed. That's what I should do. Yes. Look, the show, I'm moving to the shed. I'm done. I'm going to get a hat and I'm going to learn how to do tricks. I could be the chubby guy. Is he gone?
Yes, he's out.
Let's take our shirts off and get a photo.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
All right, we're having fun with Robert Kelly. You can catch him this weekend at McCurdy's Comedy Theater.
No shirt.
Through June 10th. Promise there are shirts. You can visit the website, mccurdyscomedy.com, for tickets and show times. Coming up next, we're going to find out what happens behind the scenes at Fashion Week with Cutting Loose.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles. I will always place the mission first. They stand ready to respond to any crisis. I will never accept defeat. They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers. I will never quit. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. I will never leave a fallen comrade. Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good night. Be safe. What are you doing?
You are the best protection she has. Buddy up. I'm Jill Harrington. Please visit HelpSaveTheNextGirl.com and get involved.
Hunger is a growing problem in our area, and a huge number of Suncoast residents are suffering in silence.
It could be your coworker,
Your child's classmate.
or your friend fighting to secure their next meal. But you can help.
ABC7 is partnering with local organizations to help feed the Suncoast.
Go to mysuncoast.com/hunger to join the fight. Help us.
Help the hungry.
Well, the models that walk the runways at New York Fashion Week influence the trends that we will see throughout the year, and a team of top stylists is working behind the scenes to create those looks. Chelsea Lindy from Cutting Loose was part of that team, and she's here today to show us how to recreate those runway looks. That's a big deal to work at New York Fashion Week.
Is it ever?
It really is. I feel so honored to have been a part of it. I've been doing hair for almost 9 years now, and it's something that I always wanted to do. And at this point, it's something I'm looking forward to next season, and it's incredible.
What is it like backstage? Because we want the full deal. What does it feel like? What's the hustle bustle?
It's everything that you would imagine it to be. It's fast. There's a lot going on. People are running all over the place. You have the media, you have the designers, you have the stylists, and the models, and now even influencers, which is something new that we're seeing behind the scenes at Fashion Week. And
influencers as far as
what are influencers?
on Instagram or
yeah, Instagram influencers rather than just magazines and journalists. There's a lot more that is happening. So it's actually more crowded than it used to be. You hear people talk about how it was years ago, and it's continuing to evolve. But what stays the same is that it is so complex, but it's exciting. There's times where it's insane, and then there's times where you do get to actually see what you're doing and appreciate it, and you're just in the moment, which is the part that I just love so much.
Are the people nice? Are the other stylists nice, or is it like catty and cutthroat back there?
I wouldn't say it's catty per se, but I have worked on a couple different teams where I did feel maybe not so welcome, or that it was more of an individual competition of, well, I need to work on this model and I need to be better at what you're doing. But then I also did work on other teams too, where it's all team, and that's really the best part. And what is the most enjoyable is when everyone works together, and you do it better that way.
Oh, yes.
Well, you brought actually a model so that we can see how we could recreate one of the looks. So let's bring Ella out and talk to us about, this is a great look, great ponytail. Talk to us about this look.
Believe it or not, you see a lot of ponytails backstage at Fashion Week. This was from our Brandon Maxwell, done with Orbe, with James Pecious as the lead stylist. And what we're seeing here is a center part ponytail, very sleek. And then in the back, there is a little bit of movement. So it's not just she threw her hair back into a ponytail, ratted, and woke up in the morning and here it is. There was actually a lot of
McCurdy style.
Hey.
Oh yeah, he does have a ponytail today. But there's actually a lot of work that went into it. One of my favorite things that Heidi Klum said was, make it look effortless even if it's not. There was a lot of time that went into this. Believe it or not, this took probably about 45 minutes to do. She has curly hair, so we smoothed it all. So if you're trying to do this at home, you want to make sure that you pay attention to how sleek it is. There isn't an amount of product. I used a structure product to tame all of her flyaways and to smooth out her curls in the front and really create a polished look on the top. And then in the back, I did gather it towards her nape area, so you can see it's nice and tight back here. And then down at the bottom, I did allow some of her natural texture to come through. We want it to be still polished and without frizz, but
I love the bottom too.
Yeah.
I love the bottom of the ponytail. It looks fantastic. If we can pan out just a little more so we can see, it's gorgeous.
Other way.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Lovely. Oh, look how shiny.
We can't wait to hear more. We'll have you back so we can hear more of the behind the scenes. For more information about Cutting Loose salons, be sure to visit their website, cuttingloose.net. Coming up next, we meet a familiar voice that you might hear every day.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day?
With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. Let's check back in the kitchen with Chef Allison from Peak Performance Catering. And Chef Allison, when we are making granola energy bites at home, we can control the ingredients. But if we're trying to buy them somewhere, what should we look for on the label?
Well, you're looking for low sugar, high fiber, high antioxidants. So we want pure ingredients, stuff that is going to be good for you, omega-3s. And again, if you can't pronounce it, don't buy it, right?
That is great advice, and we're going to learn how to make them ourselves when we join you a little later on in the show. We'll see you in a little bit. Linda?
We got a chance to talk to a guest with a very familiar voice, one you probably hear telling you what to do. Let's take a look.
If you close your eyes and listen to our next guest speak, it will likely be a very familiar sound. It is the voice you hear in more than 1 billion GPS and smartphones worldwide. She calls herself the GPS Girl. Welcome to Karen Jacobson.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Hello.
Yes. So the voice. Yes, you are not just the voice, the GPS Girl on different software systems. You're also Siri, live and in person, and you are the Australian female Siri option, which I happen to have.
I'm Siri, your virtual assistant.
Can we hear it?
I'm the original Australian voice of Siri, your virtual assistant.
You are the voice that we have heard. You have guided me literally through miles and miles of my life.
Have we
so sorry that I talked back to you.
Have we taken lots of fabulous trips together?
Yes.
Oh.
You had a good time, didn't you?
Always, always. I love to travel.
How did you get the job of telling the world which way to go?
It was an audition. I'm originally from Australia, from a town called Mackay near the Great Barrier Reef. Moved to New York City. I got an audition, and the client was looking for a native Australian female voiceover artist living in the northeast of the United States. I went to the audition, I got the job, and I had to record for 50 hours to create this voice system that has ended up in over 1 billion GPS devices, smartphones, cruise ships, elevators, and software applications telling people where to go and what to do.
Did you have any idea when you got the job how widespread your voice would become?
Oh my goodness. This has been such a totally unexpected development in my singer-songwriter career, which is what I have always been. Mm-hmm. And I had no idea this would happen, and that ultimately it's led to so many amazing opportunities and people asking me to speak now as a motivational speaker, and I've released books and CDs, and just it's it brings a lot of delight, I find.
Aw.
People get very excited when they're not apologizing to me.
I'll be more careful in the future, I promise.
Very good.
I want to know about the recording process.
Yes.
So,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
so curious.
I don't understand how would that work?
50 hours.
Yes.
How was it spread out?
So it was a maximum of 4 hours a day because they did not want my voice to sound fatigued or tired in any way. And so I would go in the morning, I would start at 9 o'clock and I would record until 1. I had a script about the size of a phone book. Now a phone book, for those watching who aren't sure, it's a book of all the local numbers of businesses that they used to print
That's a relic these
before
days.
the internet. Anyway, this was a really massive long script and they wanted to capture every combination of syllables possible. So they could chop it up and create a voice system based on my speaking voice.
Were they words or phrases, or were they sounds sometimes?
Syllables? No, mainly words and phrases. And at one point I had to count to about 1,000.
Wow.
And that does do your head in a little bit. And at one point I had to say the word approximately 168 times. So imagine, you know, in approximately 1 mile, in approximately 2 miles, in approximately 3 miles, in approximately 100 miles. And that, exactly, both the producer and I were like really had to take some breaks through that.
I was just gonna say, because you don't want to seem upset or tired or cranky.
Right.
Because you'd be like, seriously, okay, in approximately 172
to that
miles.
point, now, I don't know if it's just my perception or maybe my mental state when I'm hearing directions. Is it always the same tone? Do you always have the same tone?
Yeah, yes. And
Okay.
sometimes people say, oh, but you're yelling at me. I
yes.
promise you, I am not yelling at you.
Yes.
When I say the word recalculating, it's not yelling.
That is the dreaded phrase that has caused many an argument in many a marriage.
They wanted
Recalculating route.
They wanted me to stay calm and consistent, so my voice does stay
Right.
the same. But yes, recalculating, I like to say recalculating is good news. Because when you hear that word, the satellites have worked their magic. You're actually already back on the
Okay.
right route. And with relationships, I've had a lot of people apologize to me, but they've also said, "Oh, you've saved our marriage." It's the I feel like it's been a community service around relationships. People yell at me, the voice, instead of each other now when they've got
You have
issues
become a
with
pawn.
directions.
You've become a pawn in arguments. See, she agrees with me. Siri
Did
agrees
you
with
know?
me.
Did you know it was going to be such a big deal? I mean, did you understand what the technology was going to be when you got the job?
No, because when
See, I wouldn't have known what the heck I was talking about.
Well, when I did this, when I recorded this voice system, GPS technology wasn't available in the mainstream. So this was really cutting edge.
Wow.
And it's changed our lives in such a short period of time,
Yes.
really.
Oh, it
but
has.
can you remember? It didn't exist. We had maps.
Yes.
Yeah.
You had to print up Yahoo directions. Or whatever.
Exactly.
I still do.
So recalculating is kind of, we've been teasing about, but you've turned that into a theme. Tell us about your book.
Well, my brand is the GPS Girl, and I help people navigate change powerfully. So I go into organizations or I speak at events where I talk about recalculating and that you can keep going no matter what. So when you're dealing with change in life, that you can recalculate at any time. When something like you're running late is happening, like something simple during the day, or a big major life recalculation.
Oh, I love this.
I do too.
And because of your voice, I believe you. You know, there's something in your messaging.
Although I feel your eyes roll in several of the
I'm still not ready to give up the battle with the GPS. Well, to learn more about Karen or the GPS Girl, you can check out her website, thegpsgirl.com.
You have reached your destination.
Okay, now Karen has a song. And we think it was written by somebody in this station. So let's listen to this and let's see if you can guess who may have written this song.
Okay.
We always listen to John Scalzi. He tells us what we need to know. Meteorologist John Scalzi.
How cool!
I never wrote it.
Yeah,
she
who
wrote
do you think wrote it?
Scott Dennis. He's always had a thing for John. He's idol worship. Idol worship.
Linda Larson, John's wife.
Yes.
They get along as good as you two do. So it's
we are probably the only station that our meteorologist has his own theme song.
I think that's wonderful. And she always makes me laugh. In person, not in the car.
Yes, yes.
Well, next, our beauty expert has some summer makeup tips that we are looking forward to.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
This is an ABC7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Adam Cellini, and here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. There are many resources here on the Suncoast to help people who may be having suicidal thoughts, how these programs have helped save lives. Plus, continued efforts from the Sarasota Police Department trying to eliminate gun violence throughout the community. Now let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Bob.
Thanks, Adam. We are looking at a beautiful afternoon here up and down the coastline as a result of high pressure at the surface anyway. This mid-level low continues to spin out here. We'll have to keep an eye on it over the weekend, but for the time being, it's not doing a whole lot as far as bringing us rough weather. Notice this large area of heavy rainfall heading right toward the Suncoast and then fading away. The atmosphere is still a little bit stable here along the Gulf of Mexico and the eastern Gulf. This is all shaft down here. This is false readings from military exercises that are going on down there. Some big storms, though, are not in the inland counties. We'll talk about those coming up at 5.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert weather app now.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone. Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
Florida Studio Theater presents Always Patsy Cline, now held over due to popular demand. A tuneful and memorable tribute, Patsy Cline's rise to legendary stardom is told through the eyes of her biggest fan. Featuring such hit songs as Walkin' After Midnight, I Fall to Pieces, Crazy, and many more you know and love. Critics are calling Always Patsy Cline warm and genuine and engaging. Audiences calling it outstanding. Always Patsy Cline is now playing. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
We're heading into summer here on the Suncoast, and the summer season means new summer products. Our beauty expert, Mickey Williams, is here with summer must-haves. All right, Mickey, what did you bring for us?
I just went to this event last week by Maybelline, and it was awesome because they had Gigi Haddad's makeup artist there, and she was telling us all the things she uses on her. But what's so cool is I found their Tattoo Studio eyebrow pen, and what's so cool about this, I'm going to show you really quickly. This is brand new, just came out in June. It creates this insane little hair swipes on your arms. So you can draw the boy brow, you can do whatever you want, and it stains. So it comes off when you wash your face, of course, but it stays on all day. I've tested it. I actually shaved half of my eyebrow off on accident right before a photo shoot, and I used it, and I loved it, and it comes in great colors.
Oh, wow.
Maybelline, super great.
Perfect,
Love it.
perfect for summer, too,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely, you know, because you're going to sweat, let's be honest. Next thing, who wants to stand underneath a hot hair dryer all day long? Nobody, right?
Nobody.
We don't even want to do that in the winter time. But this is so genius. This is Eco Tools, and what I love about this brush right here is this is their ultimate air dryer. So this is great for if you're air drying your hair. They have all these cool YouTube videos to show you. But you see that little hole right there? Okay, that little hole right there, basically, it's going to let air flow through your hair so that you could dry it 40% faster. It's $10.99.
Wow.
It's so inexpensive considering how genius this
How
product
many
is.
times you're going to use it.
Yes, right? It's
Why haven't
unbelievable.
hairbrushes, designers
Well,
thought of this
they
before?
created vintage brushes, but wow, like all of this is here to keep the style you want. And they even teach you how to do waves with this brush on their website. I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, this is genius, right? I was like, I need 4. Like, I was so excited.
That's great and super affordable too. That's
Yes,
wonderful.
absolutely. Next thing, we're seeing everybody talking about, like, it was back to the natural lash, but everybody's kind of like, hey, I've had extensions for so long. First of all, extensions are going out of style. They're too heavy, and they're way too heavy for summer, all right? So this is a great way for you to pop in your natural lash and to enhance your natural lash. This is Rapid Lash. This is their eyelash enhancing serum. I love this product. I've been using it forever, okay?
Oh.
And what's great about it is there's a little secret. It has pumpkin seed extract, and that actually is really incredible for regenerating your lashes. But what's really, really cool about it is that it kind of enhances it. I want to show you these before and afters, first of all. Okay, that's absolutely incredible. And what's cool about these too is that it's $49.95. You can get it at Walgreens, but it's loaded with like conditioners, and it hydrates your lashes, and it fortifies your lashes, it moisturizes them, and it really does enhance the appearance of your lashes.
Oh,
Take a look at that.
yes.
Now, I'm going to say I had a Korean intern for many years ago when I first started using this product, and she had very, very short lashes. Her lashes got so incredibly dense and beautiful and dark that it actually touched the end of her eyeglasses. So I feel like there's so many products out there right now that are like claiming to do this, but this is actually a really great product you can get at Walgreens, and it has that surprise ingredient, which is so incredible, vitamins, amino acids, but it's pumpkin seed extract. So come on,
really cool.
It's good stuff. And then I've been loving this product forever. This is actually the Sunforgettable line from Color Science, and you can get this from a doctor's office or you can get it online, but what's incredible about this product is that it actually this is their Tint du Soleil, and I've been using this product in my kit, and I see it in a lot of other makeup artists' kit. It's water resistant up to 40 minutes. It's SPF 40. And what's incredible about this product too is the shade range. But Linda, just look at it.
Now this is a foundation.
This is a foundation,
with
and
SPF
I want to show
in it.
you with SPF in it. It turns your skin into velvet. Now this isn't Linda's shade, but I want to show you.
But you can tell it works. You
it's
can tell
velvet,
it covers.
and it's
Wow.
absolutely
Yes.
beautiful. So it's got this great coverage, but
And it's blending. It is. It's blending in.
It's so pretty. I absolutely love it.
Lovely.
You are already
I'd rather have it on my face, but hey.
But we're seeing more of these products where they're kind of like taking care of your skin for summer and sun with SPF in them, but at the same time, beautiful color ranges.
Wow,
I
these
like
are
that.
great,
I really
great
like
products
that.
for summer and for the rest of the year. Mickey, we love when you bring us all of your latest finds. For more of these products and so many more, visit sharetheglam.com. All right, we'll be right back.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
We are problem solvers striving for answers. Relevancy on every platform. We are driven to create content that's compelling, engaging, where it matters. We are neighbors that care about solutions, believers in making a difference, leaders, innovating in an exciting era of multimedia, reaching to always be the gold standard in our evolving landscape. We are Raycom Media. Find your opportunity today.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish. In your face, in your face, in
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash.
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
What could be treasure?
Pal's my most advanced android. This is awesome. You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you.
Yes, that is the production of Always Patsy Cline at Florida Studio Theater. They joined us earlier this week. We loved hearing the music and meeting the cast, and you did too. We heard from a lot of our viewers how much they enjoyed this production, and the production has actually been extended through July 1st. So you can get tickets and information by visiting floridastudiotheater.org. Great show, great music. And we're heading into the kitchen for some great food. We're going to join Chef Allison to learn how to make Energy Bites.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score. It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach. Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free. You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Adam Cellini, and here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. The deadline is approaching for the emergency management funding from FEMA, how you can still get help if you're recovering from Hurricane Irma. Taking a quick look at first alert traffic in our area. Right now, a crash on I-75 is blocking the westbound exit ramp at University Parkway. That crash causing some backups heading north on I-75. Now let's check on our first alert weather forecast with Bob.
Thanks, Adam. The mid-level low that continues to spin over the Gulf of Mexico that brought us the rain last night late is still out there. It's weakening, but still you can see that rotation right there quite clearly on the map. Most of the storms that have been heading in our direction have been fading away, and that's a good sign for this evening's plans. This is not rain down to our south. Some echoes there. We also have some big storms inland right now, but those are pushing off toward the east coast, so not a big deal for us here. Weekend weather coming up at 5.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
Our nurse, Jennifer, all we did is pick up the phone if I was having a bad day, and the next thing we know, she was here at the door. I can't believe that I would have received any greater care anywhere. From that moment on, everything changed dramatically. And I don't know what we would have done without that.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved.
It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila, sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398, or visit SoClean.com today.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
Coming up Monday at 4 on Suncoast View, take a step back in time with your kids for summer vacation. South Florida Museum brings us the history of Florida fossils. Shows there were reptiles here much bigger than gators living on the Suncoast. We celebrate Father's Day with a throwback to some of Dad's favorite retro toys. We'll have a toy collector come show us some of the more famous toys from the past. Plus, our beauty expert brings the best in summer sun skincare, and Burger Fi joins us in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here with Chef Allison from Peak Performance Catering, and you're going to get us on the right path for peak performance.
That's right. Well, we're doing some energy bites, granola energy bites.
Okay.
So here are our ingredients. Simple. We have some toasted coconut, which I toasted up ahead. We have some oats, which I've also given a little toast. And anytime you toast things, it just kind of like enhances the flavor. So you've got those. We've got some chia seeds, sunflower seeds.
So do you toast those oats in the oven or on the stovetop?
Yes, you can put them in the oven.
Okay.
Just keep, like I said in the recipe, keep an eye on it because otherwise they may overcook.
So is that sunflower seeds?
So we have sunflower seeds, chia seeds. Chia seeds high in antioxidants and in omega-3s. We've got flax, which is, you can do flax seeds, flax meal. This is flax meal. And then we have peanuts. This is also an optional item, but we're going to throw some peanuts in there. And then the stuff that's a little more, use your spatula. This is a honey. You can try and use local honey. You know, every time I work with ingredients, I try to use organic, local as much as possible. And of course, the peanut butter. So the peanut butter and the honey is going to keep it all sticking together. Again, when you're making your own granola, you have the option of putting in your own ingredients. So if you want, you know, if you're doing this more for kids, here, I'll take that from you. You can add
factory setup over there.
Chocolate chips. We can add dates. There's all different kinds of recipes out there. There's all different kinds of bars out there. And we know that when you're going to the store, sometimes it's confusing. You know, what's the best ingredients to look for? So, and when we talked earlier in the show, we talked about high antioxidants. The reason I feed my athletes the granola bars is because it's a quick energy. Flax, chia, the peanut butter. The peanut butter is good fats, good proteins. You can also use different kinds of nut butters. So there's almond butter, cashew butter. So what you're doing a good job.
I'm trying
mixing this. I know. Normally I would say like get your hands in there.
I heard that almond butter was way better for you than peanut butter. Is that true?
Mix it a little bit more. You want it all mixed together. So bring that back over here, Les. Sorry.
Let me get in there.
Get in there. Use some elbow grease in there.
I've already eaten one of these. I'm kind of jacked up.
So, and the great thing is we're not baking them. So you can, literally, if you have all the ingredients in-house, you can throw it all together. You do need the peanut butter and the oats to make sure that it all sticks together. You know, I add the toasted coconut for a little bit more flavor, and then the sesame seeds.
No sugar.
I'm sorry, sunflower seeds.
How high calories is in the supermarket? Some of them are way up there, like how much you should have for a meal.
Well, you know, the fat content in this is really, we're coming from the peanut butter. But it's the good fat, it's unsaturated fats. So we're gonna burn it quickly. So a lot of times with athletes, and especially, I have actually regular clients who order these bars from me, they're runners, because they need that high energy that's gonna be easy to get, burn.
I like the
This is also a fine aerobic workout, if you didn't know that.
You two ordering
Starting to break a
over there.
sweat. I think my heart rate's up to 130.
Wait, that's not
I
high
like
enough.
the fact that you can actually, you're dictating what's going in there. So
right.
there aren't any hidden ingredients because you've taken whole foods and put them into the bowl.
That's right, yeah, because a lot in
he
the
brought
bars.
the spatula.
I know, right?
Wow.
Oh, all right. So what we're doing is we're making the bars, which you're going to put it in a pan with plastic wrap on it. It's going to sit for like a half an hour or more, and then you'll just turn it right out. So we put the plastic wrap on there just so that when it sets, it's easy to come right out of the pan.
Oh, great.
No
And
rush.
I know that there's also an option that you have for Linda where you can scoop them out with like a little ice cream scoop.
Yep, and you can put them right in your little cups
energy
here.
balls.
Little energy bites.
Yes, perfect.
And again, you just pop them in your mouth, and you're ready to go.
Great snack for the summer. If it's good enough for the athletes, it's good enough for us.
right.
Thank you. You can find out more about Chef Allison by visiting Peak Performance Catering.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Les and Pam, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Congratulations
see, they can't talk right now because they got the peanut butter in their mouth.
All right.
Thank you.
We're
Yeah.
diving into the energy bites. You take some time. Enjoy the Suncoast view.